So let's get down and dirty with the Helix and look at this patch that I've set up around the archetype clean amp. So you'll see the first thing is that we have an effects loop. So that effects loop is taking all my analog pedals over here. All of those analog pedals controlled by the one control are going through the effects loop. So we'll get back to that in a second. So then we have the archetype clean with those settings on it. We come down and across. We have the impulse response on the clean when it's clean and bypassed. I'm using this impulse response is from the Allure pack. It's the Who at 100, quite like that. I just have the studio pre after that, and simple low and high cut. We have the transistor tape delay. I have that set for on snapshot. You can see the delay time changes between one snapshot and another if I'm on the bypass over here, or if I go to the GB and Pure Sky, you can see that it switches down to a shorter delay time and so a longer delay time for the clean. Just plate reverb and then parametric EQ block at the end. So that's the patch itself there in terms of blocks. Now I have the whole patch snapshot enabled. So the first snapshot is turning on my golden brownie, which is that pedal there. The second snapshot is turning on the East River Drive. Then the FUZZ screamer. Snapshot 4 is the tremolo, the Palmer tremolo. Snapshot 5 is the Pure Sky on its own. There's the Pure Sky Overdrive. Snapshot 6 is the, oh actually I didn't mean to, it's the touch sensitive thing is on there. Snapshot 6 is the chorus, that's the Palmer chorus there. And snapshot 7 is the golden brownie and the Pure Sky stacked. That's for the lead tone and that has the shorter delay on it. Also snapshot enabled. It also changes, the snapshot changes the IR to a different IR, which I preferred. It has a slightly darker sound for such a searing lead tone going into it. And then 8 is, snapshot 8 is the bypass. Bypass just meaning that it's all the pedals are unselected over here on this board. So there's no pedals going through on this board when I have it in bypass. So if you notice there, I have program 2, bank 2 program 1 is up. That's my bypass, and you can see that there are no lights lit, which are showing that none of the loops are active at the moment. So if I hit snapshot 1, the golden brownie, you will see that change to 1 and program 1, and we now see that the loop number 3, because 1, 2, 3, loop number 3 is active. That's the golden brownie. So if I want to go to East River Drive, see it switches to program 2 and loop 2 is now lit. Snapshot again, Pure Sky, chorus. So you see the Helix is completely remote switching this via this MIDI cable. So I have the MIDI coming from the back, you can see that, from the back of the Helix MIDI out into my MIDI in on the one control crocodile tail loop, into the MIDI in, and then this is set to, if you can see that, MIDI on off, and it's set to RX, which is receiving mode. So it's receiving information from the Helix, and the Helix then is completely remotely from this switching through the patches. So let's give it a whirl sound wise. I'll get back onto my normal camera and you can hear how it sounds. Please do leave comments in the comment section, and might give you some different ideas from what you thought your Helix could do. It's an amazing piece of kit. Like, to be able to do all of this and everything that it has in its own box, it's quite amazing. See you on the other side. Here you can see we're in Command Center, and I have one of the instant commands set up here in Command Center, and you can see there my snapshot is number 1 golden brownie, and you can see that I have the bass channel set to the same MIDI channel as my crocodile tail loop. So that's just what that means. You can set that in global settings, so I know my crocodile tail loop is on a certain MIDI channel, and that's the MIDI channel that Helix has to be on to talk to it. So whatever your particular device's MIDI channel is, and you have to find that out from your own device, that's what you need to set Helix to. See that the bank and those two things are off, and the program is 0. So 0 on my crocodile tail loop corresponds to bank 1, program 1. That's MIDI program 0. So that's what that is. That's a program change. So if I select the next snapshot, which is ERD, you can see that the program changed to 1. The fuzz scream program changes to 2. So this is just going up in program changes every time. Now it doesn't need to go up sequentially, it's just the way I set it up. I could tell that to be any program, and it would select a preset on the one control in preset mode, and that would be it. So the tremolo is on program 4. As you can see, they're not sequential there. The pure sky is on program 3. Program 5 is the chorus. Program 6. And then program 7 is the bypass with no pedals on. So that's how to set it up in Command Center. It's simple as that. Just instant commands in Command Center, which are saved to the particular snapshot. So when you select the snapshot, then you select the instant command in Command Center, and that saves it to that snapshot. And hey presto, all on snapshots, you've got your pedals controlled. If you have a loop switcher like this, which accepts MIDI, pretty common things. Some are even very cheap and will do that no problem. And you have a whole world of access to your analog pedals if you still have them. Obviously, Helix is so fully featured in terms of all effects and stuff that people be wondering why would you want to do that. Well, I have them, and I didn't have to sell them to buy the Helix, so I wanted to have them here in my little studio and integrated them into the Helix. And the Helix can do that, so why not do it? It's all good. See ya.